Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Perpetual Tech Noobs 1 Hour Algo Challenge. You know what we came here to do. Let's go build something. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Amari, your Perpetual Tech Noob. Learning more with you. I'm sure you can tell I'm a little excited. I have a mock interview tomorrow, so I'm like, twiddling my thumbs right now. I'm like, hey, listen, if you gotta practice a little something, you might as well take it to the viewers. Anyway, here I am. So, like I said, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little adventurous. I'm not that adventurous. I'm gonna take another medium one, and we're gonna take it from here. All right, we're gonna see if I can get this done. Oh, before we get started, of course, timer must be set. Hey, don't laugh. All right. Anyway, starting the timer. Whew, let's get it in, y'all. Jump game 5. Oh, pardon me. Jump game 6. You are given a 0-indexed integer array, nums, and an integer, k. You are initially standing at index 0. In one move, you can jump at most k steps forward without going outside the boundaries of the array. That is, you can jump from index I to any index in the range I plus 1 and the minimum of n minus 1, or the end of the list, to I plus k, pardon me, inclusive. You want to reach the last index of the array, index n minus 1, the last item. Your score is the sum of all nums j for each index j you visited in the array. Return the maximum score you can get. Ooh, ain't this serious? Is this not serious? Wow. Okay. First of all, let's go to the constraints. Num's length and k are between 1 and 10 to the 5th power. 10 with 5 zeros, that's 10,000, right? No, that's 100,000. You didn't hear that. Anyway, we're moving on. Nums I could be any number between negative 10,000 and positive 10,000. Okay, with that out of the way, I guess I'll look at an example, see what they said. They ended up with 7, and their k was a 2. So, where did they say they started from? You're initially standing at index 0. So I guess 0 will always be added, I'm guessing. Index 0, pardon me. And in this situation, I could jump at most 2 steps. So seeing that this is a -1, -2, I'm sure they decided this one, right? So from 1 to -1, so far we got a score of 0. And then you could have a -2 or 4. And they decided with the 4, of course. So, of course, that's a sum of 4 so far for our score. And then they have, of course, another 2 spaces to jump, and you have a negative and a positive. So, of course, they chose the positive and ended up with the 4 plus the 3 is 7. Okay, so as far as I can tell, all right, my intuition on this is to say, of course, we start with the first item, and that's going to be included in the initial sum. After that, we're going to take basically a block of the list. We're going to take a slice, pardon my bad expression. We're going to take a slice of the list, find the maximum number. The slice of the list will only be as long as the number, the number after the step that we're on, the index after the step that we're on, to however many k is, right? Indexes after the step that we're on. We're going to find the maximum number in that slice of the list. That is what we're going to settle on as, you know, as the new jumping spot. Okay, I don't have to write out my intuition. I don't think so. 5 minutes to try to understand the problem. Let us roll. The first thing we're going to need, as far as I'm concerned, is a variable that we'll call maximum score. Why not? Max score. And we'll set that to 0. I could automatically set it to the first item in list. Okay. Not only that, max score, I'll start it at 0. And not only that, I'll say index, right? I could just say I, right? Everyone here knows what I means usually. Max score and I will start at 0. I figure I should do a while loop. Figuring out to make sure that we don't jump to the end of the index. I think I'll need something similar to this, right? So another variable I'm gonna do will be basically the amount of items in this list. So let's say, pardon that alarm, everyone. Sorry about that. What was I saying? I wanted to got the max score. I got the index. I'm gonna have a number, a variable that represents the amount of things in the list. Last index. And the last index, pardon me, I'm gonna set that to, of course, the length of the nums list minus 1. Yes, I'll do that. Why not? Just to make sure that the variable name makes sense. I don't want to just have it length of nums and it's gonna trick me up when it's time to write the code. Is there any other variables I might need? I think I'm gonna start the while loop now. Let's say while I is less than or equal to last index, is a while loop, so of course I plus equals 1. You had to pardon me. Also, I'm typing on a different keyboard, so I'm going to be a little slower and make a little bit more errors. So just pardon me. Typos. At the end, when it's all said and done, we are going to return max score, of course. Now, while I is less than or equal to last index, max score, while I is less than or equal to the last index, the first thing I'm going to do is increase max score by nums I, because I didn't add in the initial, the starting point, index 0. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that that gets added in. And of course, we'll do the additions after, pardon me, we'll do each additional addition. Oh, this is so confusing. We will add the new step before doing the calculations to get the next step. Should I do it like that? If I do it like that, let's say I get to the last index, right? And then we do the calculations. It's gonna, well, let's say I is the last index, like in this situation, I ends up being the last index, and then we add that to the max score, and then we do calculations to say the minimum of, and let's say the minimum would be 0, wouldn't it? And then but I plus 1. That is already wrong. All right. Let me settle. I will plus equal. Okay. Let me think this through. First of all, I do want to add the current index to max score, the current index of nums to max score. So max score plus equal nums I, right? First move. The second move, the second thing I'm going to want to do is figure out which one is the next one to jump to. So my new box, my new slice will be, let's say, all right, let me explain it first. My new slice will be the next index to either the maximum of k or any number, my next step will be anywhere within the range of I plus 1 to the minimum I plus k or n minus 1. So, excuse me, and pardon me, evidently a little nervous. Again. But we're going to get this done before the hour. Max score plus equals nums I. New slice. I think I explained it, even though that might have been a little confusing. New slice will be anywhere from, all right, nums I plus 1 to the minimum of the last index or I plus k. So it's basically just ripping it right here from right here. So please pardon my slowness right now. So nums I plus 1. I don't want to just straight copy it, even though I could, and it will save me a little time. Save y'all a little headache of watching me type this. nums I plus 1 to the min of last index and I plus k. We're looking for the max, of course. So let's say highest slice integer, largest slice integer, best in slice. The best in slice will be the maximum number within that slice. So let's say will equal max of new slice best index, of course, best index, or should I just say current max and max, current max index, best in slice, best index. What's the difference, right? You know what I'm talking about. Best index, of course, will be the index of that new maximum. So will be, best index will be new slice dot index of best in slice. The funniest thing is that if I do have, let's say I have a slice of 3, and within that slice of 3, within that slice of 3, I have two numbers that are the same, that are equal, and they are both the max, the highest number in that slice. It still would be better for me to get the first one, because that will give me more chance to get more numbers in the long run, which would increase my max score. So you know what? This is fine the way it is. I like this. Okay, so I have a best index, right? My thing is that I want to increase I by the best index. My only problem is that best index is going to be, a 0 index. It's going to start with 0. Pardon me. That being the case, I should increase by best index plus 1. Am I correct? Yes, well, I think so. So let's try it out. I plus equals best index plus 1. Right? So let's check this out, because I think that might just be it right there, but we're about to find out. The max score and the initial index is 0. The last index is the length of nums minus 1. So I'm telling the while loop, as long as we are before or exactly on that last index, what we're going to do is, the first thing is increase the max score by the current index, right? Starts at 0, the first item gets plugged in, or gets added, pardon me. We're going to get a new slice. That new slice is going to be equal to the nums list, but we're going to start from, slight issue, but we'll get to it. The nums list, we're going to start from the next index over. No, it's not an issue, because last index I plus k. Because if k is 2, next index I plus k. So 0, 1, 2. If I was at 0, it would be exclusive, right? So it's really +1. I was right in my mind, pardon me. New slice will equal nums from the item right after the current index and the minimum between the last index and I plus k. Now, whatever number that ends up being, because even if it was last index and I put it in here in the slice without the +1, it would be exclusive, and then I wouldn't be including that last index. So that would be a problem. Same thing with, well, yeah, if I plus k and last index was the same, if they ended up being the same number, regardless of what. So I'm gonna have to put +1 to make sure it's inclusive, because even if it was the last thing, if I +1 to it, let's say in this item, in this nums list, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it went to 5, sorry, with the +1, it will be 6. Seeing that is exclusive, they will still count it as, okay, you just want the last item. You want 5, index 5. So it's still cool. Sorry about that. Like I said, I have the computer, my laptop plugged to the TV, and you don't want to hear my excuses right now. You want to see this algorithm get solved, don't you? Don't you? Okay. Don't worry about my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and the problems that I incur. Anyway, best in slice. Whoa. I have a lot of typos. Best in slice equals the highest number in new slice. Let's have new slice look like that instead. And best index, part of my lack of camel case, everybody, part of my lack. Anyway, best index equals, out of the new slice, the index of the best in slice, the highest number, that is. And what we're going to do is whatever the current yes, whatever, because remember, all this time that we're finding this information, we didn't add this information to this yet, to the max score. We didn't add the newest item to max score. We're just setting it up so that we actually reach there in the next iteration of the while loop. The next time we get there, we're going to add the max score. Now, let's say if I got to the last item. I got to the last item, right? So my index, let's say in this case, 5, I believe it was, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say we got to index 5. And we just added it, right? Max score plus equals nums I. So we just added it. The new slice I plus 1. So should I put that in a try except? I think I should, because if I get here and I get to I plus 1, they're going to say, you're already out of bounds, sir. I wouldn't be able to get the rest of the information. So a try except, and on the except, I guess I'll break. Let's try it out. Try. And I want all of you in it. Matter of fact, you too. It is accept in Python, right? Yes, it is. And we will break. And after that, you just return the max score because you already have added it. Okay, I'm gonna try it out, y'all. Don't laugh at me. That is already 25 minutes gone. I spent too long floundering on this one. So let's run it. Okay, all 3 test cases passed. 0 milliseconds runtime so far. With a hope and a prayer, right? Oh wow, it's super slow. Wow, I didn't even get past number 11. And that is gonna slow down LeetCode once they give me this and I try to use it for test cases. But we're gonna move forward. Ooh. By a factor of almost 10, I'm off. I am off. Big time. Of course, you start off at the first one. And you're going to try to find the highest numbers as close as possible. You want the highest numbers. So it's going to give an amazing printout, and that will probably end up giving a problem too. But I'm going to try it. What am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to troubleshoot nums I. Let's do this. I want I too. I want to get that current index. I want to know what the index is. You know what? And current number, right? Current number to add. This will be an amazing readout, and they're gonna really hate me for it, but let's try it. We've got like half an hour. Okay. All right, the first one, bad enough. 582. I didn't even see K is 56. Ooh, that's a lot. All right. Current number to add, 5582, the first one, of course. Index 18, current number to add, 9,000. In the first 56, it's going to be very hard for me to find that. Um, 14 each, let's say 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say somewhere in between here. I doubt it, but still, probably. It was 18 away. All right. 9986. And then from there, we ended up with, oh, it went to the max, right? 56 away to get to 9713, 9986. The max is probably in here somewhere. $9713. That's 56 items away? I'm so sorry to do this to y'all. Oh, the current index wasn't 56 away from 18. It was 38 away from 18. Regardless of what, maybe I should have did that too and found out, printed out how much I was gonna add. Regardless of what, it's looking like it is collecting a high set of numbers. Until you get to here. I wish they would really print out everything, because can I see it here? No, they stop here too. I would have to copy this, go to my VS Code, and type it out there. Paste it there to actually see the actual numbers, and that will slow down the whole computer. Okay. So when it was all said and done, I don't know how much numbers was in this list, but it's looking like the last one might have hurt the system, and I can't see the last one from here. There must be another way to think about this, that you're trying to find the maximum out of that new slice. So regardless of what, you're trying to find the highest number. But maybe because of my sequence, wow. I don't think anyway, stop it. Move forward. Okay, I'm going to try to read it again, and maybe I missed something. I don't think so, because I think the algorithm was pretty good. Evidently, it wasn't good enough. It passed the first 3 test cases and failed this one for a reason. Do I have to add the last number? You understand? That is, you can jump from to any index in the range, inclusive. You want to reach the last index of the array. So you're supposed to hit the last index. So maybe I should have printed out last index 2 to see. I will print that out, because maybe this one is last index, and I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that it's a negative 5,000 and change, because I'm supposed to hit the last index without going outside the boundaries of the array. So you have to stay inside. So you're going to hit the last index regardless. I can say if because right now I've just been finding the max, right? Right now I've just been finding the max. But what if I stopped on every single every single item that was positive. They didn't say that I'm supposed to jump as high as possible. They never said that, right? So first of all, let me just finish this print function. Last index, because wouldn't that be the maximum of the maximum scores? If I was to catch every positive integer and skip every negative integer as much as possible, that would be the max of the max scores. And sometimes I might have to get stuck with dealing with a negative. How much time do I have left? 25. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere with this. Print last index. Okay, so I'm gonna run this one more time just to see if that last index was that negative number. Last index is 937. 937 is that negative number. Okay, so, but that has nothing to do with the situation, right? We're gonna have to hit it regardless. So, okay, I think I understand now. How will I set the algorithm to grab the first positive integer that comes up in that list? If new slice, I think that is a good slice to have. I really do. And I really don't want best in slice. How about I look for next in slice? And I could say next index. And of course, this will be added here. Now, I don't want the max of the new slice. Pardon me again about that phone. Gotta learn. Set your things up properly before you start. Anyway, we're getting to this algo challenge, right? And if I don't get 100 and I can't refactor, if I don't get 100 speed ranking and I can't refactor in time, that's already 30 points off. So let's try to focus. Next in slice. Let's make sure we don't have any issues later. I want the first positive integer. So, this is gonna really add on. If I do it like this with list iteration, it's gonna really add on to the time. But you force your way through it first, refactor, make it better. Okay, break things fast. Next in slice would be, let's say, if I have, you apply a filter, I can apply a filter on new slice, right? But let's do list iteration instead. List iteration. Number for number and new slice. I should have finished explaining it. I'm going to use list iteration. Pardon me. I'm going to use list iteration to only get the positive numbers, right? The positive numbers alone. Number for number in new slice. If number is greater than 0, because if is a negative, if I say -1 and the number ends up being a 0, it's not going to help my situation at all. So if number is greater than 0, right? And then from there, seeing that I want the first one, right? Index 0. I'm using this for list iteration. I'm using this for the, pardon me, for the, to get the index, the first item. And then I'm going to say in new slice, what's the index of that item? So I'm still getting the proper index, but I just was able to curtail my my search by looking for only positives. Now, if there isn't a positive in there, a try except inside of a try except, that's going to seem extremely crazy. Can I do or? Will that work in Python? I haven't tried it before. Or, hello. Or max of new slice. Because if every item in there is negative numbers or a 0, I'm still going to have to continue with my algorithm, right? So will that work? I'm trying to assign a variable that actually has a or statement in it. I really don't know, but we're about to find out. It actually does work, but the or statement, let's say, because I don't know exactly what it's doing, print next in slice, right? I'm looking for the new number, and that is going to show before it shows here. So let's do that, and let's do that. Print next in slice. Okay. Index 0, current to number to add was 1, and see the try except didn't pass. The try except didn't pass. It broke out of it because I'm sure that this was an issue. Here you had the 2 negatives. So I'm trying things on the fly, so please pardon me. Oops. The max. But if this is null, will that actually operate? Because you can't ask a max and have null, right? That'll be not a number, so they might come back with the issue. Wow, broke out again. Okay, so how about this? I can say if max of new slice, pardon me for not explaining before I start typing, if max of new slice is positive, then I'm gonna take a wild guess that there may be other positives in there. And even if it isn't the case, this next in slice equation, well, sorry, not, let me fix that first. This next in slice equation will be fine. I could just go ahead and grab the first item that was positive. Now, if max of new slice is not positive, then I'll just have to grab the max, and that will be that. So if max of new slice is greater than 0, next in slice equals, out of all the items in new slice, you want ones that are greater than 0. And then you're going to grab the first one, right? Now, else, if that's not the case, if the max of new slice is less than 0, then next in slice will be max of new slice. We want that same max. I don't know what's going on right now. Next in slice would equal the max of new slice. Why not? It's not like I need to practice typing right now, right? And then we're going to print next in slice after. So we have the if else statement to make sure that we're going to grab either the largest negative number, or we're going to grab the very first positive number that we could find. Okay, let's try to run it again. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, whoa, the output ended up more than expected? That can't be right. No, it didn't. It's still off by a factor of 10. Okay, let's try them. Okay, even in case 4, I think I got something here, y'all. Okay, what I'm gonna do to try to make sure it's not super slow, that wasn't necessary. Hopefully I could get 100 on it. If I could get 100 speed ranking, oh, I have no time to refactor at all. All right, let's try it. I'm hoping to pray, y'all. Pray for me. Oh my goodness. 45 out of 73. So of course I want to use that test case, but let's see where I went wrong. It was said -2 instead of -1. So the first things first, I started off at 0. I had a choice between these two negatives. Of course, I picked this one, right? And the issue was now I only have a K of 2. So now I could only choose between these two. And so of course I'll choose this one. So that's -3 already. And then now I have a choice between these two. And of course I picked the positive one, and that brings me back down to -2. So, or brings me back up a little bit to -2. So because I was being so greedy and trying to find, because if I came here, this is starting to look like a graph problem or a tree problem, and I'm sorry, but that is not my forte, and we definitely don't have enough time for me to even start trying. So This is looking like a failure. It's looking like a big fat failure, and I am so upset. I was so hyped starting this up. What can I do? Will I have to start from the end going forward? I'm gonna try something real silly. Please don't be upset with me, everyone. Not say silly, but unorthodox, let's say. And I guess it's kind of my style. So the first thing I'm gonna do is reverse nums. And is, like I said, is unorthodox and might be unnecessary, and it might not even do anything. If I did reverse nums, what would happen? I would be here, right? I would start at 1. I would add that. The next thing would be between -3 and -2. No positives to worry about. So what can I do? I'll have to grab the -2. That would bring me back to 1. And then the next step would be between these two. No positives other than 0, but no positives higher than 0. So of course you'll pick to the max, and that will be 0. So that will give me my correct answer here, but it might not give me my correct answer in other places. I could look around and find out, but do I have the time? No, I do not. So I'm gonna run this. Hold up. Still the wrong answer on this? On number 5? I started off here. Where's the printout? Okay, stop. I start off here. Out of the possible next 2, no positives, I grab this one. Print it out, sir. So you have absolutely no time. I don't need last index. Next in slice would be a nice thing to know too. Okay, it's looking like I'm feeling this one today, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, part of my language. Index 0, current number to add is 0, huh? Didn't I just reverse nums? Didn't I just reverse nums? What happened to that? Oh boy, someone is rushing. Y'all didn't see that. All right, I'm gonna have to end up taking points off of that. That was horrible. That was silly. Nums equals the reversal of nums. Don't laugh at me at home. Do not do it. It's not right. All right. I said y'all might see a horror show, and did I not deliver? And case 4 is wrong now. I'm still trying to grab everything I can. Of course, I have to start with that index regardless. I have to. Because it's the end. So regardless of which way I flow, it's gonna happen. Next in slice was the one right before it, which was 2,700, right? 45. I am going to fail this one. That's a definite. I shouldn't say that, but it's almost definite. And the biggest part of me right now, right? I love troubleshooting. The biggest part of me right now wants to copy this entire list and then reverse match it to the other algorithm that I made, well, before I reversed nums, and see if the numbers do match, but of course in reverse order. Wow. It was at this moment he knew. He noobed up. Do we really have to check the scorecard this time? Without a successful submission, it's an automatic fail. Ouch, a 29. Whew. Well, we're going to build on this, right? We're going to do better next time. I'll see you then. All right, y'all. Until next time, you know how it goes. Keep building.